know, there's no, it's a little bit different, obviously, with like mixed martial arts, jujitsu, you know,
They still have
you,
that shit. There's
but I mean, it's a little bit harder, right? Like you wouldn't go into a space where like your lead instructor is a white belt.
no, but you can hide that shit. Well, I'm sure you've seen some of the videos online with like fake black belts and
To
teach
McDojo.
big dojos,
Oh yeah.
stuff. But like, I'm not gonna, because this person, there's a family member of mine, but they literally opened up a big name. They just bought the naming rights to this gym and opened up this mixed martial arts gym. They have no fucking business in the business, right? And it
Yeah.
shows because here's my thing. Here's my problem with this. This is the same phenomenon from CrossFit to mixed martial arts, is that anyone can open up a fucking MMA gym. The problem with that is it's the same thing that you promote is community, right? The students normally rally behind an instructor, right? So if you open up an MMA gym and you're hiring a jiu-jitsu coach, right? You're hiring a Muay Thai coach. People gain this connection to that instructor because uh, there's functional fitness and fitness type, but then when you talk about martial arts, it's close contact. Everything is personal. You're doing things with people at a personal level. So that when that instructor is teaching you, sometimes they're getting on the floor, this jujitsu, and showing you them yourself. Sometimes you're spending hours learning one fucking technique because it's that difficult. And so you're getting that, and that instructor will stay after class. So it's a little different than like, you know, functional fitness or weightlifting gyms where, you know, class is over, you might ask a question. When you go to a martial arts gym, class is over. As long as the instructor doesn't have to go leave right away, they'll
Yeah.
stay another fucking hour and
Yeah.
teach, right? That's just the way it is. So if you're opening up a MMA gym or a jiu-jitsu gym and you have no experience and you're hiring out all these people are building these connections with these instructors. So if that instructor finally decides, hey, I'm done with you. I'm gonna go get my real value and I'm gonna open up my own. But people are gonna go. They're
Mhm.
gonna leave, and then you're stuck with this constant turnaround. There's no community. There's no vibe, and so there's a lot of gyms like that. Not just in Canada, in the U.S., probably all over the world, where people just open them up because it's just that the barrier to entry is very easy. You can just fucking
Mhm.
open up an MMA gym and put in MMA on it, and then hire people. Right? It's that simple, but you'd never really get that true community because everything varies based on that instructor. And so what I see, especially in the city here with people who have done that, is their gyms are not successful over time because they're highly dependent on experts wanting to work for them. Where
Sure.
it shouldn't be that way. The person who owns the gym, the person that runs the facility, the person that should have a meaningful connection with every fucking person that walks through that door so that they know that when they show up there, there's that community. He's here or she's here and I trust them. I love being around them. Even if they hire people to help teach, they're still there. If I learn an armbar from one guy and I need help, he'll still be able to help me, the other guy, the other instructor. That's what is missing, in my opinion, in both ends, right? Because there are people who open up gyms like yours who have no fucking business opening up. They couldn't
Yeah.
teach left from right, but they were just interested in revenue. They saw an opportunity, right?
And I think the biggest factor with what you're saying is making sure that you hire the right people.
Yes.
You know, because if you hire people who are interested in the service that you provide, but they're not necessarily interested in your brand or your ideology, you're eventually going to come to a day where, yeah, you come to a crossroads where you don't agree with each other. And, you know, owning a business, and this goes for any kind of business, you will eventually cross this path when you get so successful that you can't do it by yourself anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and I've gone through this waves of it several times where, you know, you're by yourself. You hire your first employee. Now you've got two. Now you've got three. And you go from like, hey man, like I just need you to coach a couple classes. I'll comp your membership to how can you help me develop my brand?
Yeah.
You know, and we call it like in our space, I call it the growth triangle. So you have like your coach, In your case, it would be like your instructor, so like your jiu-jitsu instructor, your Muay Thai instructor, whatever. You have the owner, who would be like the guy overseeing everything that's happening, and then you have your community, or the culture behind, everything behind your brand. And so each of those three things have to see growth.
Yeah.
So for me to provide a service that I truly believe in, that I think is the best possible service for my members, I need to hire people who can deliver that product. And those people who are delivering that product need to be taken care of, because I can't expect you to come to my gym, teach jujitsu, and deliver the best jujitsu that my members have ever had, and pay you peanuts.
Exactly.
Right? Because eventually you're going to be like, hey, I'm staying after class. I'm working with Karen on getting her arm bar. I've spent an extra 40 minutes every day teaching Karen how to get this arm bar.
Oh, you picked Karen.
And then bitch still can't get it, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm rolling with her. And eventually you're going to get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm spending these extra 40 minutes here, but now I'm missing 40 minutes with my wife. Yeah. I'm missing 40 minutes with my kid. It's not putting food on the table. I'm actually spending more gas to get here. And you get into this conflict of like, you take this person's passion, but you're not rewarding it with some kind of monetary reward. And although it sounds terrible, like, people need to eat, man. Like, and I say this all the time, you can't run a business on passion alone. Like, your business needs to be able to make money. That's like the end goal of any business. It should be to be profitable. How you get there is obviously gonna be a gut check, and it's gonna have your conscience into it as well. Yeah. But the person that is working for you, that is like, pushing your product and pushing your services and a representative of your brand, that person needs to be so well taken care of that they don't want to leave. Yeah. If they want to leave and do something else, it's because somewhere down the line they felt like they weren't being taken care of, or they just felt like they didn't have a future with what you're doing. Yeah. And then it goes back to the community, right? Like, the community can always tell when there's a rift in or someone's rocking the boat. They'll go through waves, and we've gone through this, from experience several times, of like, where you have a staff and then the staff changes up. Maybe you let go of a coach, maybe you hire someone else on, maybe you change the way that you do things, but the community should always be reaping the benefit of that relationship between the coach and the owner. Yeah. And that's how you keep things going. That's how you keep everybody happy, right? If a coach is getting paid well, they're going to have an outstanding service. If we have an outstanding service, the community is going to be really happy. If the community is happy, they're going to refer their mom, their brother, their dad, their friend. And now the money comes back into the house, and the house can pay everybody back out. I can buy more equipment. I can upgrade the facility. I can pay my coach's vacation, and everything, when it's working together. That's how a business like a gym or like an MMA gym becomes successful. Because
that clip, please head on over to the link below to my YouTube page and watch the rest of the podcast. If not, you can always find me on Spotify or Apple or Google Play or all those. We're on everything. Download, listen in your car, get it going. Thank you for the support. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.